Celebs Radio Network presents Fireside Chat with Larry and Paul.
Jeff, thank you for coming on the show.
You're welcome.
You famously run the richest organisation in the world.
The largest hedge fund in the world, the richest organisation in the world, absolutely. It's called Bumtech.
Yet you are the world's second richest man.
Yeah, sure.
After Elon Musk.
Yeah.
What's going wrong?
Why I'm the second richest man is because I refuse.
We say refuse.
To compromise.
On flavour.
Yogurt.
Yogurt.
And just like that, sketch is born.
Done.
That's how it happens.
An American billionaire will only eat 10% yogurt because the 0% stuff tastes like shit.
Tastes like absolute
is watery.
Filler. What's going on with these chairs? Everything feels weird. Hi! Welcome to this Fireside Chat with us, Paul and Larry.
Not too big now.
This is for monthly supporters. Thank you very much for being monthly supporters. We love you a lot. Your monthly stipends help sustain us through these horrible times. If you know anyone who you think should support us, then bloody pass them on, because please.
Like great big Russian oligarchs, we'll take Putin's money at this stage.
At this stage, we will take Russian money.
Yeah. No, I've been having chats. I've been putting Larry and Paul sketches on the LinkedIn.
What?
The LinkedIn is a social media site for the business people.
Oh, because we did a broken news about LinkedIn arseholes, which is very specific. Can you hear me? I feel like my microphone's rubbing. Yeah, about LinkedIn arseholes.
And they love it. They absolutely love it.
Ah, good.
Ironically, some of them used it as a business metaphor, which is what it was taking the piss out of.
But you're saying that you've gotten us some commissions or something?
People have been calling. People have been messaging and saying, "Can we have a chat?" I've had 2 Zoom chats with people today. It's just interesting chats, isn't it?
That was interesting.
People want to make comedy, maybe.
Make corporate comedy.
Corporate comedy. That's what we're about.
Synergy, fusion.
Yeah. Pays the mortgage, well, it doesn't at the moment.
So you're incredibly lucky because we're not doing any live shows because we're sort of off for the rest of August and not back until the fall. But you get these little chats about what we've been up to and that.
Yeah.
And so since last week, I went to Ireland. I went to a lovely family wedding. That was nice.
You went to a COVID-infested family wedding.
Yeah, my sister got COVID off it. And then I was meant to come in yesterday and I was like, oh God, I think I've got COVID because I started going... Like, what do you do now with COVID?
Yeah, he does cough that camply as well, don't he? I think the sad truth is you just carry on.
Do you? You just power through it now?
Some people are like quite ill with it.
Because you're about to go on holiday. You're on the very cleft of going on holiday, aren't you?
I'm teetering.
Teetering on the very flap of going on holiday. But I didn't want to give it to you prior to you doing that.
No, so a panicked phone call later. You did a test and
I did the test, came out neg.
And turns out you are a very negative person.
I'm just a very negative person.
Yeah.
So you get to go on holiday, COVID-free,
yeah.
And so we don't do anything now. We're meant to test, but we could just go out and cough in people's faces, spit in people's open, willing mouths.
I think if you test and you've got COVID, it's probably not worth going to see your elderly relatives.
But it's more of a moral issue now than a legal one.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? Interesting for reasons we won't go into.
Interesting. That's what I make think.
So also, last time you joined us, Paul was middle of editing the last broken news, which was about an Italian lady talking too much about her heritage.
Yes, we were up against it, weren't we? I remember we had to do it in the orifice rather than by the fire, as is tradition.
Because you were about to fly to Ireland that day.
Yes, I was, wasn't I?
So it's all happening, isn't it? It's all
God,
happening at once.
And now you're off for 2 weeks, so I get to hold the fort. The reason we're dressed like this is because we've just recorded 2 broken newses.
No, it's because I dress like this in the office most days to make an effort. And Paul dresses like an American billionaire.
A tech billionaire with my rolled up sleeves, ready to get my hands dirty in the world of AI.
I can't tell if it's just our monitor here.
Or if we're exceptionally bright.
Whether your shirt is so bright it's going to be blinding people.
Well,
and whether I'm completely jaundiced and you're a bit pink.
There's nothing, I'm always pink. There's nothing more impressive than a well-laundered white shirt, is there?
Yeah.
And that's what this is.
Well, it's almost new, isn't it?
Almost new. It's our costume.
Specifically for broken news.
The costume, because for ages when we were doing the real daily briefings, kept on having to use. In fact, we still use our suits for and we were like, we need to get costume. So we bought one blue, one pink, and one white shirt for us both.
We need to get costume.
We do need to get costume.
What happened was we got too fat for our other shirts.
And that. And that.
And actually, do you mind if I undo this button? Because that's absolutely
That's
killing
better.
me.
There you
You'll
go.
be pleased to know that
You're wearing shorts.
fully shorted up.
Shirts. That's why I paused at the top of this vid, because I was just actually taken in by your kneecap.
Yeah.
What has Larry and Paul been up to? So we've recorded now. We've got the next 3 broken newses in the can.
Yes.
One of which will be broadcast on Sunday, the 20th of August, during the Music Sounds Better with EU.
Yeah, if you're a big fan of the EU, this is an online festival of musicians and comedians that like the idea of rejoining the European Union.
And why wouldn't you? I don't need to. I've got an Irish passport.
Yeah. So that's Sunday night.
Yeah. This Sunday. Yes, it is.
And then we'll put it out on our channels.
The following Friday.
In case you missed that, we'll put it out the following Friday.
Yeah.
Got one for this week. What's the subject for this week?
This week it's about a cancelled man.
Oh, it's about cancel culture, isn't
About
it?
cancel culture. In
It's
fact,
all over the news
and
today.
then the one we've just done, another one we've done, is about a German car. So we're recycling old sketches, and then using them for broken newses. Though this one's quite a contentious topic, so I think it'll hopefully do quite well.
It'll do all right.
Who knows?
Who knows? Graham Linehan's been cancelled again, hasn't he?
He has.
In the Scotland, so it's on everybody's lips, his cancellation. Everybody's lips.
Regardless, I'm going to weigh in with my thoughts because everyone wants to hear them. I think regardless, you should let people like that talk, even if you don't agree with their views. Let them talk and hoist them by their own petard, or just don't silence people. It's not good.
It's hard because you get why people are. I'll get cancelled for that.
You will.
You get why people are angry at things that he has said.
Yeah. He's a deeply weird individual.
Has he crossed the line? For me, the line is that's what the law is for, right? Are you saying something that's illegal, right? You can't be someone who says something that's illegal and someone puts on a comedy show and puts you in it, and you say that illegal thing.
Yeah.
That's what the law is for, right?
Yeah.
The trouble is, if you're a venue and you say, don't like your view, and people are saying, right, it's a private venue, they get to choose who appears on their stage. They don't want Graham Linehan on their stage.
Yeah.
And so they've cancelled the show, which featured other comedians, Andrew Doyle. It's Comedy Unleashed. It plays in Leeds quite a lot, but without
Comedy
Graham Linehan.
Unleashed. So that's sort of like right wingers, is it?
Well,
it's
Andrew Lawrence, it's Andrew Doyle, it's Simon Evans, it's those types.
John Gooch.
I mean, I don't find Andrew Doyle unpleasant at all, but some people hate what Andrew Doyle has done.
Right.
But he's a brilliant writer.
The only fight should be against the 1%.
Exactly.
Just us against the super rich. That should be the only fight.
1% yogurt.
Yeah.
It's wrong.
Not against any other subsection of society. Not against immigrants. Not against trans people. Not against gay people. Not against people of different race. It should just be us against the super rich.
We keep saying this.
It's
almost like we're on the verge of starting a revolution, and the flaps they'll call it the flap revolution.
In fact, that's what a future broken news that we've yet to finish writing is about, isn't it?
It's about why we don't revolt.
It's about why the British. Sorry, we've spoiled all the future topipics of the broken newses. We have a list of what we're going to do.
It's all right. We've been cancelled now for saying something that isn't really cut and dried and black and white about Graham Linehan.
Yeah,
because we've talked about it in some sort of nuanced way. This isn't on the internet now. We're just talking to ourselves in a room because of that.
That's how it starts. What else has been happening in the world of Larry and Paul?
Thanks for asking, Paul. We're waiting for an email that might make us very busy.
Yeah, with boring corporate work, because we've got to do it.
But if we don't get it, we'll be less busy, which is good. But we'll be more poor.
Incredibly poor.
Which is good.
Is it?
Because we'll be hungry. We'll be like bloody Bohemians in that part of France where they wrote all the good stuff, like La Vie Bohème.
No idea what he's talking about.
You know the poet?
No.
Who was it?
I don't know.
He was a friend of your man with the moustache.
Okay,
Victor
Hitler.
Hugo.
Oh.
very, very similar people.
Oh God, I don't know. I can't think of anything else than the moustache. And that's it, is it? Is that all we're doing?
I think that's it.
Still trying to write out stuff. Still that.
We've got a list out there of things that we're working on.
And
moving them forward extremely slowly.
But we will. And
I had my back waxed this morning.
How was that? You didn't mention that.
Really painful.
That's the first time you've mentioned that.
Is it?
So
it was really painful.
Bloodied?
Well, I don't think it's bloodied. But the other place I've been to before, the lady actually rubs a bit of talc on. She asks how your day's been. She takes her time.
Did she ask her if you want a happy ending?
No, it's not like your places you go. It's like 40-minute job. which we all want. But this lady, I was in and out within 6 minutes. She's good going for me. But that's really quick, and it was really painful. But at least it was short. Again.
Oh! We're overtired. So is that it now? Is this a brief one? Is it that brief?
So, yeah.
There's nothing else going on, is there? You're going to go away. I'm going to try and write stuff while you're away. That's why I'm going to be here on my own.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and write things that aren't broken newses for once.
Yeah. Imagine.
Life is taken up with just broken newses.
Yeah.
Try and do actual sketches and maybe actual longer things. That's what we need to be doing. That's what we need to be doing. And your monthly support helps us to do it. So thank you. We love you lots. We love you. Jesus Christ, thank you.
Jesus. Right, okay, we're going to go and carry on with a bit of work
before he goes off on his bloody holidays.
I've got to do some paperwork for a corporate job. Do you want to do it?
No. Thanks.
That's a twat.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm going to go and edit all the broken newses. But we love you lots. We will see you next week. We'll do one from you away. We'll do one where you're on that telly.
Because you made it work really smoothly last time, so we can do it again from wherever I am.
Absolutely, unless you've got no signal like where I was in Wales last time when we tried to do that.
Yeah. We'll do it. We'll make it happen.
Or maybe it'll just be easier I'll do it at my desk and you be wherever you are and we'll just do it that way. Anyway, we'll do one next week. We'll chat to you next week and let you know if there's been any updates, of which there will be none. Mark my words, there'll be sweet Fanny Adams to talk about next week, but we'll chat some shit anyway.
I am so hot right now. I'm going to get undressed.
Okay. Well, look, we love you lots. We'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves. Mwah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Some sexy music, please.
Sexy music.
Ow.